Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Note Closer Show. I think it's episode 33 or 34.
35.
35. Wow. Way to go. Hope everybody had a great weekend. It is Monday. It is a happy Monday here in the offices, just cracking up. Excited. We wrapped up Friday by closing out a couple more deals for investors. Picked up 2 assets. Big shout out to Kimberly Banks Fawcett and Michelle App for picking up a couple deals. Congratulations to you guys. We are really excited. We've got a ton of stuff that we're working on, but tonight we have the Monday Note episode, and we're already at like 230 signups for it. We'll probably be over 300, 350, maybe 400 RSVPs for tonight's webinar, really for one reason. Dun, 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 dun. The Note Draft. The Note Funding League launch tonight. We'll be doing a preview of 21, 22 assets that tomorrow morning at from 10 to 12 Central Time, we'll be going down and breaking out those assets and really breaking them out, going through the different exit strategies, the upsides, the downsides of them tomorrow morning. So you want to definitely check out the preview tonight. We've sent an email out inviting everybody to the webinar. If you're on the webinar, you would have also gotten a link to sign up to get your NDA, your non-disclosure agreement, which we'll be sending that out here probably just as we wrap up here today. I'll wrap up right now in the next 30 minutes for tomorrow's draft. Don't worry about it. It's open. It is open to the public to watch tonight's webinar and tomorrow morning, but we'll need a non-disclosure agreement for you before we ever send the list out. We do not want to deal with joker brokers. We want to deal with principals only. Really excited. The hedge fund is going to be doing send us a list on a regular monthly basis on these assets. Every month we're going to be getting a new listing that's going to be really clean. Collateral, O&E's done, servicing notes, BPO's pulled, so it's really clean. Median price on these assets is around 55% of value.
Real quick question.
Yeah.
Michelle asked if do masterminds need to register.
No, Michelle, since you're a mastermind member already, you don't have to register. Well, you do want to register for the webinar. Go ahead and register in for it. We don't need a non-disclosure agreement from you. Yeah. So Michelle, after you should have already seen that I posted a list in Friday in Basecamp for you to go. Guys have a head start. So yes, you're part of my mastermind fast track training. You get a head start on these tapes. Hey, membership has its privileges.
Yeah.
Everybody.
And we also posted a link in the comments so they can click on it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's awesome. If you haven't, go ahead and register for it, just so we have a list so that we know to send out future lists to in the future. Now we're also excited. I got a phone call Saturday afternoon or yesterday from another hedge fund. We just closed some assets. They're going to be sending us over 800 assets for us to move, which is really exciting. Really stoked about that. That's a lot of assets to move. So much that we're not going to do them all at once. We're going to literally have to break them down into tranches. 150, 200 asset tranches to move those off on a regular basis on top of the other funds. So really excited about that. Lots of assets going on and taking place. Now, that's, yes, always exciting. I want to wish a couple people a happy birthday. George Crocker, it's his birthday today. I also, for those of you guys that know Wayne Snell and his business partner, Natalie Patton, Natalie has an autistic son who's been in the hospital this last week. They don't know what's wrong with him. So if you could do us all a huge favor. Natalie is an awesome, very private person, but awesome. Does a lot of due diligence, always giving her time and suggestions. If you can put a prayer out for her and her son and her husband, he's been in the hospital this last week. They don't know really what's wrong with him. He's got a really rare genetic disorder that's really affected him in a derogatory way. So please keep your prayers out for Natalie. If you're friends with her on Facebook, send her well wishes. And we're doing something. I think the mastermind's coming together to help her out with some things. But the lady does an amazing job with due diligence breakdown and has closed a lot of deals and actually helped Wayne take his business to a whole nother level in the last 12 months. And so we're really proud of what they've accomplished. But if you can keep somebody in your prayers, definitely do that for Natalie and KM and her husband as well. So, but also another shout out to Jonathan Burton. Jonathan's closing a couple deals in the last month, but he's also a happy late birthday to you, bud. But unfortunately, Jonathan also lost a loved one last week as well. So, keeping in our prayers for you, big man and gal. So, but anyway, it's Monday. I know a lot of people are like, oh.
Sorry, we have another question.
That's good. Good questions. I love this.
About
the note draft?
The note draft, yes. Ron Lambert asked if you're recording the Tuesday 10 to noon session.
You know we are, Ron. Yes, we are recording that 2-hour session, so you can watch it live. We're going to try to live stream it tomorrow morning here as long as my phone will hold out. We're going to do it in the morning, like I said, from 10 to 12. It'll be live streamed. You'll be able to ask questions as we go through it. It's fully interactive. And so we're really excited about that, giving you guys the opportunity to look at assets, see through our eyes what we're focused on. If you can't make it because you're working, I get that. We respect that. We'll record it, upload it to Vimeo and YouTube for you to be able to go back and watch the replay. But you want to make sure and register for the Monday Note webinar tonight if you have not done that. If you're not going to be able to make it from 7 o'clock tonight, don't worry about it. I know a lot of you are going to be like, let's watch Clemson beat Alabama or watch Alabama roll over Clemson tonight at 7 o'clock Central for the College Football National Championship. I'm excited about that, but I'm going to miss the first hour of it because, hey, it's the Monday Note. It's to provide good content for you guys. So, yes, it's recorded, so you can go back and watch it, kind of see where we're breaking things down and go from there. Any other questions?
George actually had a comment about his birthday. It was yesterday.
Yes, I know it was yesterday, but we didn't have a note closer video yesterday. My apologies, George.
He wants to take a collection today and buy me a note to make up for this great Christmas.
You could have a crowdfunding platform.
Very creative.
Very creative there, George. It's good. It's good stuff. We do have our upcoming note buying for dummies here in just a couple weeks, everybody. It's February 3rd, 4th, and 5th. For those of you guys that are in the Baltimore area, I'm excited. I'll be out in Baltimore, actually flying out tomorrow night to speak Wednesday night at the BWI meetup group. One big shout out to Andy and Amy that run that group. Really looking forward to coming out there. We just got in a small pool, Michael Norris. Congrats to Michael Norris. He got a small pool of 4 Baltimore assets direct from a bank, from Dollar for Dollars, and do an email blast out. Big shout out to Cody Cox. Cody Cox also got a pool sent to him from Dollar for Dollars. And big well wishes out to Cody. Cody just had rotator cuff surgery as well on Thursday, Friday, but he's knocking things out. I know he's happier when Seattle won this weekend. But anyway, I'm going to be excited to be out in Baltimore at the BWI meetup group, sharing with them notes. We got some actual assets for them to take a look at in their backyard, which is great. We may be getting a big pool of rentals and some REOs out there as well from a California hedge fund that I spoke with this last week. Just a lot of stuff going on. Guys and gals, if you are looking for deals, get on the phones. Get on the emails. Get on a regular basis, a regular market. Go to LinkedIn and start sending direct mails to asset managers on there. I can't tell you, I crack up when I see people that complain that they can't find deals or it's all low-hanging fruit. You have to go be a hunter. If somebody's going to give you a fish, they're going to feed you for the day. But if somebody teaches you how to hunt, they'll feed you for a lifetime. And I'm cracking up this morning, watching comments on Bigger Pockets, people bashing me, bashing Eddie Speed, and I just laugh. I mean, don't get me wrong, 89, yeah, Eddie knows this information, and we have totally different business models. I think we can agree. Yeah, we're cordial. Hey, that's fine. We're cordial. He teaches one way, I teach a different way. I'm focused on one thing, he's focused on another, which is completely fine. But for those that bash education, we all have to start somewhere, okay? I always find it humorous when people bash educators or gurus that actually go out and close deals. Oh, they cost money. Well, yeah, if you're going to go to school to get a degree in something, you're going to pay $20,000, $30,000 to get stuff. If you want to take the 6 years or the 8 years of experience of me failing forward and have that condensed down into 60 days, you know it's going to cost you. But it's always funny watching people bitch and moan. And don't get me wrong, yes, there's enough bad gurus out there that have done stupid things and gone to jail for not delivering on things. But I'm a big believer that we deliver here at We Close Notes. I think Eddie delivers a bit. I've never been through his training, so I can't speak for it. But we've got enough crossover in our mastermind group. People have gone through our training, gone through Eddie's training. I know a lot of people are closing a lot of deals in our group. And no, not overpriced deals. They're buying actual deals. If it's overpriced, it's not a deal. It's okay to walk away. But I always find it funny when people are bashing me after I've gotten emails from, oh, thank you so much, and they're mad because I held them accountable to closing our deals and being a man of word and not lying, not changing emails, not throwing other mastermind students under the bus. it's humorous. Karma can be a bitch. And I guess people have nothing better because they've alienated themselves, gotten blacklisted from all the other hedge funds out there because they don't want to deal with guys like that. People that, when they say they're wiring, don't come back 48 hours and say, oh, I need more information. Or I need this now to close. Well, you should have told us that on the front end. So it's humorous. It's really downright pitiful. It's sad.
Tucker says, tell them to build up or shut up.
Build up or shut up. I wish you would. I'm at the point where I'm just like, if you're just going to sit there and rah, complain and bitch and moan about other people, nobody wants to be around there. No, it's not.
Brian Gilbert said, I'd rather pay a little now for education versus a lot later when I make easily avoidable mistake on an asset.
Yeah, I agree, Brian. Totally agree. I pay for mentoring. I pay for coaching myself. I mean, I have some of the best money I've paid is to go and be a part of other things, and it's helped me out dramatically. There's a lot to be said about that. But some people don't see that. Some people see it, and then when they do the wrong things and they get slapped on their wrist or they get booted out, then they want to do nothing but complain. But that's okay. It's Happy Monday. Hey, we're going to close deals. We're going to continue to get deals in because we market. We don't sit around and bitch and moan and complain about what we don't have. We focus on making things happen. Have I had deals go south? Oh my gosh, all the time. All the times. What you have to do with that, you have to switch your focus. You got to be creative. You've got to get outside the box to make things happen. And is every deal a home run? No. There are a lot of singles and doubles that happen all the time in the note industry. And if you do things right and you listen to the people around you and you don't buy deals when somebody tells you don't buy that deal, you'll avoid problems. You'll avoid dead deals. You'll avoid negative deals, which unfortunately some people want to blame others for their problems. So, you have a question, comment?
Actually, backtracking a little bit.
Yep,
Ron
that's fine.
Lambert asked what triggers an NDA email. He doesn't think he has one signed, or he doesn't think he has one.
Ron, if you would have, make sure on the email I send out this weekend, I also have it going out at noon again today. There's a link on there to get signed up for it. So look for that, Ron. We'll make sure and check the list already on the 130 people that have signed up for get their NDAs this morning. Anything else?
No, that's it for now.
Guys, it is you are, best way to say this, most people's biggest hurdle, biggest hole, biggest threat is the 4 inches between your ears. All right? Some of you have 6 inches. Like me, I'm about 7 inches between ears because I got a big melon on my head. But it all comes about mentality, okay? You can have bad things happen to you and just be a Debbie Downer and just wallow if you want to. I mean, it's completely fine if you want to do that. You're not going to get anywhere. Exactly. Look, bad things happen all the time. It is life that happens. You can either choose to be or you can be happy and see the silver lining, find that silver lining, and realize, I learned something today. I should probably not do that and repeat that mistake again. Okay? And move forward. If you have a positive attitude, that will overcome so many things out there. Now, in my office here, I have a 30-second bitch rule. If something goes wrong, you only have 30 seconds to bitch about it. After 30 seconds, moving on. Okay? Another thing, if you have a problem, don't come to me with a problem. Come to me, if you have a problem, what's the solution? What do we need to do to fix it? Is it an assignment? Is it a launch? Do we get something recorded? Let's solve it. Do we need to talk to an attorney? If we can do that, it's okay. And also, if something bad happens to me and I'm not bitching about it, you don't have a right to bitch about it. Because we all like, something like this. I hate that. I do not like that. And yes, I know. People are like, oh my God, Scott's Mr. Positive. No. Trust me. There are times I want to rip people's heads off. I want to put my helmet on and the pads and be like a tackling dummy. All right? This is why I go work out and I hit the bag. All right? You have to realize, guys and gals, life is so much better spent in a positive attitude because we attract what we put out. Total the truth. I've had so many amazing things happen to me just because I was in a good mood. If I'd have been in a bad mood, I've been down, I've been self-centered, focused on the negative, I never would have achieved the things that I have in my life because I wasn't open to that point. Okay? You have to have a positive attitude, and I honestly believe in the whole quantum physics. You do attract what you put out. If you're negative, you're going to attract negativity. You're going to attract just bad things. If you're positive, positive things will come to you. And don't get me wrong, bad things are still going to happen to you. All right? It is just what it is. But if you have a positive mindset and have a happy Monday, good things will come to you. It is a totally truth. We would never have gotten to where we're at now, coming on, going on over 10 years now, really in the note business, 12 years now in the note business, and I think about going back to 2004, of being negative. I would have never had the opportunity to leave Chase to start working with Bob Leonetti and Jamie Kale and my buddy Boyd Pops with Imperial. I'm not Imperial, but with Ariel, mortgage company, and then also SMI Funding. I would have never been able to take in those tips at the Ron LeGrand expos that I was at doing mortgages for. I would have never met Tom Hopkins and been able to spend 45 minutes one-on-one at an event. Would have been negative and down on myself. I would have never met my buddy Greg Reed and enjoyed that relationship and what Greg brings to the table with Think and Grow Rich and 3 Feet from Gold and all the amazing books and the mentorship that he's provided. And I would have never, added a whole bunch of other things. Met the amazing people, Sharon Lecter and everybody that's out there. Lou Brown, gotta be hungry. You gotta be hungry, as Lou likes to say. So many amazing people have come to my lives because of being positive versus being negative. If you want to focus on the negative, you're never going to get anywhere, and you deserve all the bad shit that happens to you because you bring it upon yourself. I think we all know people that are like that people that just have a rain cloud over everywhere, and you want to avoid them because they're just an energy, soul-sucking black hole that is not fun to be around. The biggest thing you have to do is get rid of those people. Nicole, you just say you've got people in your life like that too?
Do not like those people.
Yeah, we do not like those people. This is a no Debbie Downer area, okay?
Jody Cox said it's all how we respond.
It is how we respond. It is totally how different we respond. And sometimes it's the environment we put in. I know that some people have jobs and they struggle because they're like, it's bureaucratic and red tape and you've got glass ceilings and things like that. You can't get a lot of stuff done. And Cody, you're a great example of a guy who has a positive attitude and is making things happen to yourselves. Wayne Snell doing an amazing job of leaving his difficult, stressful career to be a full-time note investor and just seeing the smile. Our buddy Gabe Cass from Surfside Investors, this is such a great example. When I met Gabe 3 years ago, was a nice guy, kind of short. He didn't look like he didn't smile a lot in our workshop in Anaheim. He didn't smile a lot at all. And then over time he started closing deals. He started getting a smile. And then when he left his job prior to coming out to the Hawaii mastermind, it was like a whole different person. He had a glow about himself. Maybe it was the yoga. I don't know. Maybe he was, I don't know what it was. Maybe getting engaged. Maybe who knows what was happening. It's just amazing because he was like walking. Like his feet weren't touching the ground. He was in such a good space, in such a good spot, and he's done amazing things, still doing amazing things. So, Gabe Cass, congrats to you, buddy. I was in a negative position at one point when I had to take a job prior to 2004, working in the high-tech industry here in town, and I worked with, nothing against engineers, but I worked with these negative engineers. And I remember the boss, the guy that ran the company, Craig Inslee at the time. Oh my gosh, what a negative guy. I hated that 6 months. And I remember my wife telling me, whatever you got to do to get out of that job. I mean, it was paying the bills, just do it. Because you are a miserable person when you come home when you do that much negativity. And that's why it's important to plug yourself into real estate clubs and to Monday Note webinars and to RIA groups or going out and networking with like-minded people. You've got to plug into that in some sort of fashion. Even if you're just working so much or so busy, you got to plug in to get that little rejuvenation, that little shock of energy to your system. So really excited, guys. We have a lot of great stuff going on. It's only literally the 9th of January. Like I said, our goal is to close the deal of the day. We're going to do that this year before the year is done. I got a firm belief in that. We're going to beat that. But that's our biggest goal, close on a deal each day in 2017 and really make some great things happen. Any questions, comments as I was rolling on there?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay, so Note Funding League, guys, it's important for you to get signed up. Should I put, why don't we post the link here? for them to get signed up. How's that sound?
Yeah, she has it.
You've got it?
I already posted the Monday night sign up as well as the NFL sign up.
Okay, the NFL sign up. Okay, so Ron, anybody else there that's like, how do I get on the list? The NFL sign up, Jennifer posts in the comments below here, is how you get on the list. And we are now at 138 people that are signed up to get the list, which we'll get those out to them shortly here with NDAs after I go through. Like I said, if you're a part of the mastermind group, you've been through our fast track training, you don't have to sign the NDA because you're already down, and we got your back on everything else for you. So a couple dates that are upcoming, like I said, this Wednesday night, the REI, the BWI meetup group, this Wednesday night from 6:30 to 9:30 at the BWI Marriott. Then also we have next weekend we have a fast track here in January, first fast track of the year. I think we got 2 spots left available. After that, we have Virtual Note Blind for Dummies, February 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And then we have Marketing Madness with Chase Thompson. Really excited about that. February 17th, 18th, and 19th. Let's not forget that if you're here in the Austin, Central Texas market, Quest IRA is having an amazing all-pro event. Quincy Long, Nathan Long, Brad Summerrock. I'm talking about apartments. Jason Bible coming in from Houston, my buddy there with Right Path Real Estate. And yours truly, the Note Guy, will be providing an amazing evening, 3-hour evening there on use your IRA investing, on how to get really your 2017 off and rocking and rolling. So you can go to questira.com to get signed up. There's no cost to that. It's actually going to be at the Renaissance Hotel here in the Arboretum. We are going to be live streaming it with Quest IRA, so if you can't make it, not local, you can still join in and hear everything what everybody else has to say. What else, guys? What else are we working on? I know, Jen, you're working on getting paperwork out to everybody. You're feeling better after dealing with the flu, and daughter's all back to normal for the most part. Is that right? We're glad about that. A little prayers answered, which is good. Greg, you're working on assets today. Ryan, you're working on assets today as well. Pulling photos, pulling rent rates, all that good stuff. Exactly. On the due diligence. Nicole, you're working on videos and other stuff as well.
Yep.
So, got a lot of great stuff. I got to get a payoff in today on a guy. We're dealing with a settlement. We're excited about that. It should be a nice little payday. And then get a couple other deals closed as well. Anybody else questions, comments before we probably need to wrap it up here for the day?
Yep. We're just posting links and making sure everybody gets the right ones.
That's good. That's good. That's what we need. That's what you guys get paid to do. All right, guys. Well, hey, don't have a case of the Mondays. Okay? Go out and make things happen. Smile, be happy. And if you have nothing but bad things to say about people, you should probably look at at you, because it's probably just exposing the ugliness and black hardness of what's going on inside you. And I feel sorry for you. I hope you could change that at some point. It's in your best interest to literally start smiling and have a great Monday. Questions?
Oh, no. I was making sure it was January 30th for the Quest IRA.
January 30th is the last Monday of the month, which is literally in, 3 weeks?
Yes.
So 21 days.
All right.
So see you guys tomorrow on the next Monday Note Closers, or the next Note Closers show, everybody.